And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game 2 of EG versus Alliance.
Radiant team ban!
It looks like the draft's already gotten started. We started off with a Monkey King ban versus, and a Pangalore ban over on the side of Two Potatoes, while we have Anti-Mage and Disruptor on the side of Fair and Balanced.
You really got to pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left. 5 seconds,
screw
Morty.
that guy.
It'll be
Screw
fine.
that
Okay,
guy.
so it looks like
Winning on
the
the
captains
Radiant is not
are...
like
that person.
Monkey King.
Looks like Alliance is once again on Radiant, and EG is on Dire. We'll see how this game plays out. First pick is going to be Ogre Magi.
Go Dire team. Pick 'em
We
up,
were
pick 'em
listening
out.
to some of the guys last time, or earlier actually, and they said they wanted to make this game fun, but at the same time, really annoying.
Yeah, it certainly will be an interesting one amongst them. I don't know if necessarily annoying is the word, but
You better pick your hero. 5 seconds.
we'll see if they go for the same strat that played so well for the EG and so poorly for the Radiant Alliance, which is a pure support build. It looks like EG is going for what works. What worked for them last time is 2 support picks out on first, while Alliance is going for a Mirana Coddle. Coddle most likely sitting at position 5. We might see another Ogre position 1. Who knows?
Oh, Dire team ban. Whew, Radiant team ban.
Let me make sure that the stream is actually streaming. It is, so that is good. I take solace in the fact I hit the stream button, but sometimes you always want to double check your work.
The fact that they banned the Anti-Mage at the very beginning, I feel like Dire could get away with picking Medusa just because of that.
Yeah, it does look like EG may be going for an actual lineup this time. Being scared of actual carries rather than going pure supports. It does look like that is mostly what they're banning out with the Anti-Mage, Faceless, Beastmaster, and Skeleton King. Short of the Beastmaster, that is a pure and Disruptor. Oh, Slardar is quite dangerous, especially against... There you go. That minus armor is going to be doing some work this game. But will they have the follow-up? Slardar is not a hero that can carry alone late game. So they're definitely going to need some kind of positions 1 and 2. We'll see where those fall together. I'm assuming Slardar is in position 3. Mirana's in position maybe 4 or 3. Oh, Legion Commander. Is that a position 1 or 3? That is going to be
I'll
interesting.
personally say I hope not, because there are better carries than Legion.
Amen. Yeah, Legion is one of the best offlaners, one of the worst safe laners, so we'll definitely see.
Or if anything, put her in mid lane. If anything.
All right, so we know for a fact Drow is gonna be positions 1 or 2. I don't want to cast out 2 just based on my experience with these drafters and the next level plays and metas that they pull out of their magic hats.
10 seconds to pick your hero, you moron. Whew, Radiant team ban.
Hello, I'm here.
Hello, Argo. So we have our third caster here joining us today. This was just in case Matt was not able to participate. Matt, if you don't mind, for the beginning part, if you're able to stream so Argo can see what's going on, that would be fantastic. And if you guys could help me with the information gathering, that would be beautiful as well.
Matt here streaming. Hey, nice to meet you, Matt.
What's up?
What game are we casting?
So right now we're casting EG versus Alliance. Alliance is once again playing on the Radiant side as EG is playing on the Dire. It definitely looks like they're going for more of a regular strat build at this moment rather than the pure chaos that was last game.
Who are we casting for, by the way?
Well, as we are recording, we're casting for the audiences on YouTube and any plethora of people that have internet connections available to their
And
lives.
like to watch weird games and bad casting.
There you go.
Okay.
10 seconds to pick your
So with the
hero, you
bans on Viper and
moron.
Kunkka, it looks like they are quite
5
scared
seconds,
of
Mike.
pretty
Enemies
much
on
carries.
low
These ban systems definitely look to be carry focused. Drow
They're carry-esque.
Drow definitely doesn't want anybody that can initiate on him. Faceless Void, Beastmaster, Skeleton King, Kunkka. These are all people that definitely punish their Drow. So they are actually applying some very logical senses. As, you know, normally S4 does do an excellent job on drafting, especially against... I'm not confident on whose EG captain is. We'll just say Arteezy. As Arteezy picks up the Alchemist, that is a definite Arteezy Alchemist. So we're looking at Drow mid, Arteezy Alchemist. Well, actually, that is not true. GPK could grab the Alchemist mid. It is the worst choice to put Alchemist, but we might see it.
We gotta move channels.
I'm going to give.
Okay, as we move channels so that we don't start interrupting their drafts, it looks like we're on the side of Alliance. We have Keeper of the Light sitting probably at position 5, and Marana sitting here at either positions 4 or 3, as Slardar also filling the positions most likely as... Honestly, I don't know where these people are going, but we do know that the Void Spirit is probably mid.
I can't see the stream anymore either.
Oh, my bad.
Let's go back over to the EG side, as we do know that the Alchemist, it should be position 1, as it looks like Funny and Original, a.k.a. Arteezy, picks him up. Drow is...
I would think it's a CM position 1 this game.
Oh, that is a good point. BSJ just did demonstrate the capabilities of position 1 CM. Early game was quite devastating, very difficult for him to pull off, but as soon as that Divine Rapier came in, he was able to clean up shop.
Especially against someone like Legion Commander, who would generally target a Crystal Maiden.
That is true.
2 potatoes and a lemon.
As we're looking at the Alliance and EG's Smurf accounts and Smurf drafters, these are the top 6 teams in the world that we're looking at, so keeping that in mind.
I'm very familiar with the Grand Jeff and his playstyle. It's unusual to see him playing a support.
Geez, Rick, we're in some real trouble.
So as we start to get started, let's do some introductions. Argo, may you introduce yourself?
My name's Argo4. I've been playing Dota for about, I don't know, 4 years, and I'm stuck at mid 3K, and this is my casting debut.
Amen. And then we also are joined once again by the wonderful Matt. Matt, say hi to your fans and adorers.
Hi.
There we go.
Playing Dota for like 7 years, and I've never cared about my rank.
As we sit here at the pause screen, this is an excellent opportunity for us to reflect on the meaning of our lives, the purposes that we're here, and what other things we may be neglecting in our day. Did I buy groceries? I don't think so. Anyway, so it's definitely quite a bit to talk about. So do you guys have any opinions on the current draft and their win potential?
I'm not really familiar with these players. I don't know if you have any insight, Matt or India's, as to
so
how
we're
usually
looking at right now on the side of EG, aka Dire, that we're seeing Arteezy on the Alchemist, GPK on the Drow, and then on the side of Alliance we have S4 on the Void, and then the rest of the team. Unfortunately, I need to look up their name rosters.
Okay, pretty much. If you want to look at ranks. The lowest rank is, I think, close to Herald. And the highest rank is like Ancient.
Who on this team or in this game is the Herald player?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to any of that.
It looks like they are going for the blocks mid, so they're not going to go super aggressive onto the ward. So this could be anybody's game. It looks like over on the side of Alliance, they were able to ping out the ward placements. Oh, but that is their own ward, so I don't quite know what they were pinging. I'm
kind of unsure about the Radiant draft, honestly. I'm not sure if it's really strong, considering the Dyer's draft especially. I don't think it stacks up.
Yeah, it looks like we do have the Void is mid as I anticipated, but it looks like the Legion Commander is safe lane with the Mirana, and it looks like these runes. So it is going to be an even trade of runes, but is the Drow going to die for the cost of it? Nope, Ogre was able to keep up that Orb of Venom slow just enough to keep the Drow alive. Now it's just a matter of them getting out themselves rather than being a little bit too greedy, since Mirana and Slardar will be able to clean them up if they decide to overcommit.
Giving Elk some free farm with the first wave. Not a very good move from the Void Spirit. I feel like Legion Commander just doesn't quite stack up to Drow in terms of a safe lane hero.
That is an interesting choice. Her off lane potential is much greater than her safe lane potential.
I agree, yeah.
Like I said last game, we are dealing with some of the top players in the world. Arteezy on Dyer's side being #1 in his industry, S4 on his side being #1 in his union. It is going to be interesting if they can pull this together with the combined intelligence of those two.
How do you feel about the Crystal Maiden Axe offlane?
I actually feel like this would be a very good potential, just because Axe's spin really comes together as Crystal Maiden's able to force them to stay within Axe's spin radius longer than they feel comfortable. It does look like Slardar is playing it safe, going for the zone. Drow is having a little bit of hard time keeping up her CS, while Void is doing an excellent job chipping down Alchemist mid. Is he able to... Unfortunately, Alchemist is leading in the CS, but Alchemist's regen potential is much bigger than the Void. But that is a nice matchup, actually, because the Void's ability to negate physical damage while Alchemist's inability to get out anything but.
I think if the Void could hit 6 before Alk, then he has a lot of potential to completely dominate the lane. But if the Alk seems to hit 6 at the same time as the Void, then I think it's just going to be, you know...
It is unfortunate. It looks like the Void is severely behind in XP. He's leading, he's behind about almost a full level, 75% of a level it looks like. Axe is severely behind, sitting at 1, while the rest of Alliance sits at level 2 in the safe lane, along with the Crystal Maiden.
I think the only way that Void wins this mid is if he gets some ganks.
Argo, are you able to watch the game live from your client now?
Oh, yeah, I just finished downloading.
Okay.
I will say that probably, if we're looking at late game potentials here, I would have to agree with you. I'm favoring on the side of EG.
Got a little bit of BM from the team there.
From the Radiant team.
That does seem to be the standard. We are looking at quite the rivalry between S4 and Arteezy, being that our S4 used to be on EG, and now they're here once again going up against their old friends, now rivals, and having to pair up against GPK, his replacement on EG.
Kind of a bitter moment, kind of like the end of Revenge of the Sith, I would say.
Amen. Let's hear about that. What did you think of... I'm just kidding. What did you think of the end of the Star Wars movies? Let's get into that.
Who do you believe has the high ground in this scenario?
Oh, man. Yeah, it's this meta especially, I'm surprised that the Alchemist did not pick up either a Oracle or an Omni Knight because of the just sheer potential for tanking of damage. At minimum, an Oracle, if not an Omni Knight. But this Alchemist's ability to outfarm the enemy team, I think, is pretty severe. Void is one of the best mids in the game right now with his dodge potential. But, man, will he be able to keep up with the CS and maintain his fine-tuned skills in this long,
I don't think
arduous
so.
game.
I think he really needs a Mirana air at one point.
That is true. Yeah, Alchemist really doesn't have anything to buffer his lack of sustain in the early game. So he's just going to have to, as he's already put 2 points into Grievel's Greed, but he did grab a Soul Ring, so that is quite interesting.
I don't know what the meta is since 7.24D hit, because I've been taking a bit of a break. I don't know if Alch's been changed at all.
So Alchemist is one of the stronger people at the moment, just because of his ability to outfarm every single other hero in the game. So that makes his early game weak, while his late game is strong. He does have, like, Soul Ring is only viable on HP regen people, but buying a Soul Ring before you're 6 is definitely questionable, as you're going to be suffering without that HP regen.
No, I think it'll work out. I think this Alchemist, he looks like he knows what he's doing. He's funny and original.
Well, he is GPK. He is #1 in Europe, I believe, while Arteezy is sitting #1 in US, NA.
Trust his judgment. All right, I'm launching up the game on Steam now.
Let's see. On the side of Alliance, we are looking at carry players. I had to pull it up on my roster list. Active roster, we are looking at Limp, S4, Nico Baby, FNG, and Handskin. So it looks like Nico Baby's in safe lane, while FNG is position 5.
Surprised the view counts for this game are so low. It's a pretty big game, EG versus Alliance.
Well, with all the COVID going on, no one's really, like, everyone's been getting bored and they're trying to go outside, so no one's watching their screens as much.
And you do have to keep in mind, this is a European tournament, so therefore, like, we are the English-speaking channel, so we have the least numbers of people tuning in to us at this moment. Everyone is currently listening to the casters speaking in German, Spanish, and all of the other languages.
You have to remember that right now, because of the time of day it is right now for us, everyone there is sleeping.
That's also true. What time is it right now in Greenwich time?
Too late.
We could be casting at 4 a.m.
No thanks.
Let me take a look. It's only midnight, so I expect more from them.
Well, now I feel like we should pull out our grocery list. Who here's been to the grocery store recently? I mean, like, geez, let's actually talk about Star Wars. Who had the high ground?
Sure. Yeah, I went last week to the grocery store. If that's the direction we're going in, but I believe in this game, Radiant definitely. Our Dire has the high ground. Sorry.
I'm going to put money on it. Dire
if you're gonna talk about that type of stuff, who do you think has the advantage in this game?
I would say it's definitely Dire. I didn't know there was a casting feature also in Dota. Casting the game India's Mafia.
Yeah.
Let's watch friend live. What's the best way to watch the game?
Well, if you can watch it live, then that's the best way.
Sure. I'll watch Jeff live.
Jeff? Oh, no, you probably want to watch me, because then I have control over the camera and you can see what I'm seeing.
No, if he's live, he can control himself. What are you talking about?
Fair enough. You can be an item, I mean, like, check items for me, resources, stuff like that.
It's not allowing me to watch you live for some reason.
Yeah, just watch G live.
Total spawnage.
All right, so let's check in with our other community, see what is exactly happening.
The primary have 3 items, and then...
Hey, is Alchemist coming back?
Hmm?
Is Alchemist coming back?
Yeah, I'm coming back. I just needed to start my stream up back. And also load into Steam.
Gotcha, just making sure everything's still good.
If are you here? If?
just to see what's going on.
Okay, it looks like Alchemist reconnected finally, so we can start getting going again.
McDonald's got their Wi-Fi back.
This is certainly
They're
making me
hosting a
want to
LAN
order
party.
some pizza. As we do have some back and forth going from these two team rivals. Well, everyone's connected. I don't quite know what the pause is still holding
I think
for.
they're playing the mini game. They've been playing the mini game
they're
the whole
playing the
time.
mini game.
Unfortunately, I can't seem to watch the game live.
Okay, there we go. Finally, we are back in it.
Let's see.
I apologize about the delay for those ladies and gentlemen out there watching this. You'll most likely be fast-forwarding past through the pause.
Here, I'll turn my thing back on so you can at least...
Oh, that
the
is
camera.
unfortunate.
You need it.
The bottle canceled out of Coddle, as Legion Commander and Coddle are now forced out of lane. And the arrow just perfectly smashes into the creep as the Drow positions himself. It does look like Alchemist is adding quite a lot of pressure to this Void. Let's see if he can maintain it. Yep, he did get his full bottle charge out. As this Legion Commander is in a lot of trouble. Unfortunately, Axe did not use his battle call, even though I felt like it was perfectly capable of it.
The Coddle goes down, too, to the CM.
They decided to prioritize the support instead of the carry, which is quite the interesting choice on side of Alliance.
You get nothing.
And Nico, baby.
I think they might be able to pick up a kill on the... Oh, they let the Slardar go.
Oh, it looks like this Ogre and Drow are looking to finally start zoning the Mirana and Slardar out of lane, as mid still becomes a contention of CS. Ogre definitely has a high potential of sustain against these two physical damage heroes.
The Coddle and the Legion just hiding under their tower now. It's just such a strong lane, Axe and Crystal Maiden.
It
Especially
really
against
is.
the melee hero.
Especially when Axe struggles with his mana, he doesn't have to worry about that with that passive regen aura. It looks like Alchemist is doing exactly what he needs to do, placing down his acid, getting all of the CS. He's unfortunately, let's see, he is aware of rotating to the small camp, so it looks like Alchemist is definitely going to be leading in the CS right now, as he is leading in net worth. Slardar's a little bit deep, but he does have an entire creep wave as Arteezy struggles to get away. Drow is now realizing his potential to recover. And it does look like Slardar is out of this game for that 17-second death timer. This will give him a perfect opportunity to buy any items that he may have been leaving at the shop. As Axe and CM
Legion is dead too.
Oh, unfortunate. This Axe and CM are just dominating their lane as we look at the Coddle maybe rotating into position 1, replacing out that Legion. It does look like Void was able to catch up with the XP of Alchemist, as Alchemist is now almost on par, still holding a 600 gold net worth lead.
I think the Void is Radiant's sort of only way to catch up in the mid game here. This early game is just going so terribly for them already.
It is quite a struggle. It does look like on every front, EG is doing everything they need to do while Alliance is struggling to find any ground.
This'll come in handy.
Their Legion Commander is currently sitting at 6th place in net worth. Which is quite devastating. Oh, it does look like this Ogre's going to be able to steal that rune out.
Good play from the Ogre. Both position 1s, unfortunately, don't have much CS at all.
Drow is sitting at a third in net worth. paralleled right with Alliance's position 1 for sure. The continuous harass on the Crystal Maiden Axe offlane is just too much for Coddle, and...
Oh, an arrow from Mirana onto Drow, and that's going to be a kill.
Oh, we just missed it as Drow drops in net worth, leaving the Axe to surpass him, as Void still sits at position 2, maintaining his position, keeping his farm as close to the Alchemist as possible. He will start losing that race, so they need to start looking for ganks, rotations, probably start helping this bottom that is losing desperately. Drow does not really know what else that they can do at this moment. Arteezy's struggling to maintain as his Ogre Magi is slowly losing the battle as Slardar starts to hit higher levels. Mirana is coming in with a smoke. Plenty of mana, plenty of spells to really nuke down that armor-based hero.
And the Crystal Maiden went down bot, surprisingly.
Oh man, I can't believe I missed that, but we're sitting here about 3-3 with a 3k net worth lead on EG, so even though the scores are tied up, it's definitely looking promising for EG as we continue this game. Oh, it looks like Slardar might be in trouble. Will Drow be able to toggle his arrows appropriately to keep on the harass? Yep, it definitely looks like Slardar is down for the count on the side of Drow. That should put her in a nice, and it does. It brings her back into the position that she just lost out on prior. As it looks like CM has returned to the lane.
Some BM from the...
And Void is finally looking to have some heavier harasses. Alchemist's ultimate chemical rage does push him out of lane.
Alth is just doing so well.
His positioning does definitely seem to be top-notch today, doing his rotations, knowing which camps to go to, how to maintain his lane without worrying about and just hindering this Void.
I think he might hit a 10-minute Radiance.
Oh, is Alchemist doing a rush on a Radiance? He is. Look at that. That is going to be quite impressive indeed. Crystal Maiden's going to try to recover. Unfortunately, with both of these guys sitting at 6 and 5, while Crystal Maiden's sitting at 4 and 6, she just does not have the lockdown to keep herself alive. Oh, that might have been just enough. No, it looks like they are backing off over on the side of Alliance. Can Slardar show up to the lane without dying? I highly question it. Just Drow's frost arrows plus the slow and stun on Ogre Magi is just too much to handle. Looks like Coddle's sitting low again. His HP regen battle has been quite epic this entire game. And it looks like once again Slardar is down for the count as they just don't have the physical damage, the magical damage necessary, unfortunately, sitting as a solo Slardar. That Mirana did try to clean up and mop it up, but unfortunately not in time. Oh, it looks like a Legion Commander is getting ganked on once again. And he is able to secure the kill on Axe. This lane is officially lost. This Legion Commander needs to rotate to the jungle. There is no point in staying there any further. It looks like we do have a rotation on Mirana's part, but the arrow was poorly placed, unfortunately. The sun was
just going terribly for Radiant here.
Well, if they
possibly a kill on the Crystal Maiden though.
Oh, it's unfortunate. This Mirana dived too deep. Axe perfectly positioned himself right under that creep wave, and he's going to be able to get himself out of there with that Axe surge charge.
What a play! These constant slows top from the Ogre and
this
the
Slardar is
devastating.
Oh, this Slardar may be safe, and it looks like the rotation from Void. Finally, the rotations are coming out from the Void, who thrives at this time marker of the game. We'll see if anybody prioritizes runes at the moment. It does look like Axe is aware that the runes are up and going for them, while Void should have a bottle. He does. He's going to be doing his bottle dance as he goes for both bounty runes.
Relic, but no Radiance yet at 10 minutes for the Elk.
Let's see, he looks like he's about 400 gold away, so it shouldn't be any time at all. He's waiting on the respawns from the camps. He's already wiped both camps, so now it's just a matter of sitting in lane with his mana and just pushing out this Void. Looks like we do have a rotation bottom as well as Crystal Maiden coming in bottom to support the Axe. Right now they believe that they have the Axe cornered. We will see how this will exactly turn in their favor or if this is a trap in the making. The Crystal Maiden looks like will be able to get the Axe out safely. As the Void also, so this is a 4 people trying to take out this Axe. Without this secured kill, this will be a lot of time invested with 0 rewards, and it does look like this Axe is out safely. Not even the Crystal Maiden is going to go down.
And now the Void Spirit's going to go down.
Oh, it looks like the Axe overcommitted, did not realize the damage done by the Void. And it looks like Alchemist is also done for, not realizing that Legion Commander has an ultimate that locks you down.
What a great turnaround, but still a 4K net lead for Dire.
That was big though. That drop that brought them back into a comfortable spot. If they can maintain their towers as they are, it does not look like the pressure on the towers is being emphasized as it needs to be. Our rotations, they really need to start pushing as a team. Unfortunately, it looks like Alliance may be sticking to the lane game a little bit longer than they should, now leading up with this gank lead. Once again, we're still set at 7 and 8, so the kills are relatively the same. It is just the farm efficiency on EG. It's just that pure innate skill with the EG having 3 of the top #1 players in the world for each of their designated regions. No matter where you go and what you do, it's hard to contest that just raw skill outputted into these heroes in these matchups.
They're just a stacked team, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're like the aliens in Space Jam.
Matt, how's your observation of the meta going so far?
Right now, Alchemist has his Radiance. Drow decided to go drums, which I find a little odd. Mirana seems to be trying to get some kills with the arrow, but it's just not working out. She's got a smoke, could smoke in, but still not using it.
Yeah, this definitely would be the time that we would start expecting EG rotating into the jungle, cleaning up once again the Coddle and Legion Commander, while Alliance would be rotating in and cleaning up EG, or attempting to. Unfortunately, it looks like once again they're still sticking to their lanes. We do get a kill off on the Crystal Maiden. Will that result? This definitely looks like an equally resulted kill because of the rotation on the Void. This Void doing his job as designated by his position in mid. Keeping that harass up. Those cooldowns on that Void Spirit are just bar none. That is certainly one of the next things Ice Frog is going to be tackling next patch. Void is one of the highest picked heroes in the meta right now, and he is one of the hardest people to counter, especially with so many physical damages in the meta, and his ability to dodge, kite, output magic damage, and negate physical.
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
What a great play from the Void too. Just a great player all around.
Absolutely, his perfect positioning. This Axe is getting a little greedy, not realizing the distance that they've traveled in such a short time by getting these ganks off. But the Crystal Maiden follows up with her ultimate, and they're able to pull it off. Oh my gosh, the Void rotates. He's able to kill the Axe again. Oh, is the Axe going to actually get away? No, he is not, as the Crystal Maiden... This Void is going to die for the exchange. It does not seem even. We lost a Legion and a Void for the Axe. That was quite interesting. I thought for sure that Axe was dead, but the entire team backed off after losing that Legion, leaving the Void to die a very slow death.
I think the Mirana actually got the arrow on the Axe too, through all the chaos.
That was a very well-placed Mirana arrow. I didn't even see it coming. But now we're finally seeing the rotations as we're at the 15-minute mark. They're pushing into the jungle, making sure to cancel out this Legion's potential for farm. This should be a dead tier 1, as the rest of the team should be rotating and doing the same, adding the pressure to the other lane. But it looks like they're going to try to defend this, and we will see how this turns out. Ogre finds himself out of position. Legion's definitely going to get this kill off on Ogre. That's a nice bonus in her advantage with how much she's been struggling this game. Alchemist is here to help. We are 3v5 bottom, so they need to realize the amount of pressure that can be had on this team as they go in on the Void, knowing that he is the damage dealer and the securer of danger.
Void gets dunked on and Jeff barely escapes.
Barely. They finally realized the doomed tower was doomed 2 minutes ago, and their need to rotate to other lanes. Unfortunately, it looks like they're not going to be there to secure this lane as Slardar gets a little too greedy and dies for the cost. EG once again is doing a beautiful job just rotating, keeping the pressure up.
We're just going to need to see a substantial comeback from Radiant here if they hope to win it.
Absolutely. They really need to recognize what is happening on the map and what they need to do to counter this. Because their current strategy of maintaining the lanes is just not working for them. They are currently invisible. This Crystal Maiden is gonna be gone on for sure. As it looks like EG is gonna decide to pull back and start racking up their farm, as they still sit at a 10k net worth lead with a 13-13. That is pure farm efficiency on the side of EG.
Mostly, I'd say the Alchemist and the Drow. Just the Alch is just such a net worth lead.
Absolutely. We're looking at a mid with a 6k net worth, while the Alchemist is sitting at a 12. As we said earlier, you just cannot outfarm an Alch. You have to end the game early, and that's where those rotations by the Void are so important, and it is so unfortunate the Slardar maintaining his lane, not joining on the ganks, and just continuing to die.
Slardar has not only had no impact for his team, but I think he's had an overall negative impact on the team.
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
Well, we do want to keep in mind, too, this is Alliance. These are some of the top-tier players in the game. Their knowledge of the meta, this is very possible that Alliance is implementing a meta where they understand the bounce-back mechanics inside of Dota. They are purposefully throwing their bodies at the net worth of the enemy, giving them a false sense of confidence so that they can then turn it around, reclaim that net worth with a doubled bonus later on in the game. We will see if that happens.
You could be right. Oh, and it just complete misdirection.
That was a beautiful dodge on Drow's part, getting away from that Void who wanted that gank. It looks like for the first time in 18 minutes, we are seeing a rotation top on the part of Alliance. And will this go in Alliance's favor? It does not look like so. But, oh, Coddle gets a beautiful ultimate off, locking everyone into position. They are able to take out that orb, and Legion's able to clean up with another bonus kill. Oh, unfortunately, Axe, it missed the hammer. And Legion's gonna be able to get out alive while Axe also falls. That was devastating on the part of EG. They just lost a giant lead now with 16-13. They're still at 11k net worth, but losing 3-0, that was devastating. They've realized the opportunity. They are pushing the mid towers, taking the objectives as they should. Hopefully, as I see their teams kind of staying in the jungle. Okay, there we go. We see them rotating mid as they are definitely supposed to. Alchemist realizes the inefficiency of joining anything that was going on top and just maximizing his farm as he should. He's going to show up enormous. Looks like everybody's joining up mid. We're going to have a standoff here against EG Alliance in mid. I wonder if the smokes are going to come out. We still have a smoke sitting on a Mirana.
How's Alchemist doing right now? What items does he have?
Alchemist is sitting with a fully built Mjolnirs at 19 minutes, a Radiance at 19 minutes, and Boots of Travel. He is enormous. All he needs is some HP-based items to prevent that nuke that comes out of the side of Alliance.
I'd like to clarify that is a Mjolnir, not whatever you just said.
Mjolnirs.
Mjolnir.
Clarification.
There's a J in there.
It's silent. It sounds like an H.
Well, looks like they are able to secure the runes. And the bounties, oh, that is unfortunate. It looked like in every bounty was secured by the side of EG. Alchemist planned it. He knew exactly where he needed to be. He's not with the team. And the ganks are coming out. Oh, it looks like this is a dead ogre, while Crystal Maiden unfortunately finds herself caught out of position, thinking that there is some way that she can help the ogre to 2v5.
A lot of these players just seem to be off their game today. I'm not seeing the same level of skill I normally do.
It must be the coronavirus just taking its toll on these players. Like yesterday,
Infesting their minds.
They have played so many tournaments and so many in a row. It's just their executions are either bar none, above our understanding, or suffering from the virus for sure. I believe this Alchemist deserves an MVP award for sure. He's been able to maintain. He's only died once as far as I'm aware. Yes. His net worth is far exceeding anything that it should be with how much heavy harass he was facing up against. That Void should have dominated him.
He does need to get into the game soon, or Radiant's just going to keep winning team fights and push
that is one of the traps of Alchemist. You get such into a mindset of farm, farm, farm that you just don't realize when you're supposed to fight. Unfortunately, this duel put off a little bit too early. She's not going to get the duel win, but Crystal Maiden comes in with an ultimate, does a beautiful cleanup as Coddle cancels that ultimate with a wonderful orb. Alchemist is... Oh, and Alchemist is just going to clean up shop. There is really nothing they can do, even though that was beautifully executed on their behalf. That team fight, wonderful gank, wonderful positioning. Unfortunately, they're just not enough damage to fight that big of a lead. Alchemist sitting at level 19 while their highest level is 14.
Alpha is just massive. And the Abyssal Blade is coming in now too. I don't think there's anything Radiant can do here.
I was actually just about to ask that question. Do you guys see anything that Radiant can possibly do to get back into this game? Because as far as I can see, EG is finally realizing their need to secure the map. They're taking in the positions. Hopefully, dear God, I hope they don't give up their position right now. They can just push to win. This is their game to lose.
At this point, Radiant has to consider DDoSing the Alchemist and somehow crashing his computer.
That is an excellent point. If we can somehow get into a pause war, they may be able to win this. But then microing the Alchemist is a very good possibility. He does not have a lot of spells that you need to click. You just right-click and you're done.
Do we have any proficient microing personalities on
Oh my gosh, it looks like we got a fight coming in on Radiant side's jungle. And the Void has a beautiful lockdown, followed up by the arrow on the Alchemist. Do not focus the Alchemist, though. Void is seeing the opportunities, jumping in, and the Mirana tries to get her Starfalls off, is not able to clean it up. They were so close, but their damage just wasn't enough, and unfortunately, it looks like that's a team wipe on the side of Alliance. That is GG. It is being called. They agree that there's nothing they can do. The coronavirus is too strong within their immune systems. It took its toll. Once again, game 2 in a row, go to the side of EG. It is quite amazing. We want to thank you guys for joining us today. That is best of 3 EG versus Alliance in the side of EG. Quite amazing. We cannot believe the amount that the virus has affected these pro players. We were just watching them play the other day, going off the scoreboards on their execution, leading to this drafting and level of in-execution is quite astonishing. It shows you how necessary the coronavirus is to take seriously, people. Keep yourself safe.
I completely agree.
Hey, Jaden, what happened mid, bro?